Guess what I got asked? Yep, the classic "what's the deal with this idiom?" Live from hand to mouth. I will explain it, and you've got it covered today. Let me tell you a story to clarify any misconceptions about the literal meaning of the idiom. Imagine you're stranded on a deserted island with only a handful of food. You have to live from hand to mouth, meaning you only have enough food for one day at a time. This idiom means to live in poverty or paycheck to paycheck, without any savings or security. Now, let me explain the meaning of the idiom in detail. It means to live in a state of financial insecurity, without any savings or long-term plan. People who live from hand to mouth often struggle to make ends meet and have to rely on daily income to survive. To remember the meaning easily, think of it as living day to day, without any long-term security. This can be a helpful memory aid to recall the meaning of the idiom. Let's understand the idiom through a story. John lost his job and had to live from hand to mouth for months, struggling to pay rent and bills. He had to work odd jobs to make ends meet and barely had enough to eat. Living from hand to mouth can be a challenging and stressful experience. Here are some example sentences illustrating the idiom's usage in different contexts. 1. He's been living from hand to mouth since he lost his job. 2. She's tired of living from hand to mouth and wants to save for the future. 3. They're struggling to pay rent and have been living from hand to mouth for months. Sentence: I can't afford to save any money. I'm living from hand to mouth. Rephrased: I'm barely making ends meet and can't save any money. I'm struggling to survive paycheck to paycheck. Let me share a real-life story highlighting the impact of the idiom. A single mother had to live from hand to mouth for years, struggling to provide for her children. But with hard work and determination, she was able to save and invest in her future. Now, she runs a successful business and no longer lives from hand to mouth. Similar expressions include paycheck to paycheck and living on the edge. Opposite expressions include financially secure and well off. Related idioms include tighten your belt and make ends meet. Let me introduce a story using the related idiom tighten your belt. When times get tough, you have to tighten your belt and live frugally. This means to cut back on expenses and live within your means. It's a common expression used when facing financial difficulties. Let's see if you've understood the idiom. Which of the following sentences best illustrates the meaning of live from hand to mouth? A. She has a stable job and is financially secure. B. He's been living paycheck to paycheck since he lost his job. C. They have enough savings to retire early. Answer B. Living paycheck to paycheck means to live from hand to mouth, struggling to make ends meet. To sum up, live from hand to mouth means to live in poverty or paycheck to paycheck, without any savings or security. Remember, you can use similar expressions like paycheck to paycheck or living on the edge. Don't forget to share your story with the idiom and make an encouraging phrase using live from hand to mouth.